back. This year's all-singing and all-dancing musical extravaganza promises to be bigger and better than ever. Naomi and this year's new judge John Modi travelled all over the country in their quest to bring you the best Glee clubs Britain has to offer.
We are living in a material world.
Their journey started in Newcastle, where they checked out the North East's performing talent.
I'm on the right track, baby, I'm as fun.
So let's meet the people who will be deciding the fate of our groups and some very special guests.
Carrie and David are two of the UK's best-known celebrity vocal coaches.
That was really good. I love your energy.
Breathtaking.
They've worked with a whole host of pop artists from the Spice Girls and Take That to the Saturdays. Celebrity vocal and performance coach John has worked with a variety of stars from Leona Lewis to Ollie Murs and Alexandra Burke. He's also worked behind the scenes on top shows like The Voice and X Factor. Offering additional advice to the groups will be West End star and X Factor winner Joe McElderry. He's recorded 4 albums and his debut single, The Climb, topped the UK chart.
Right, we have 8 Glee clubs to see in this show, so let's meet the first group.
Everything that could go wrong all went wrong at one time. So much pressure fell on me. I thought I was gonna lose my mind, but I know you wanna see if I can hold on to these times. But I need you to lift this love, 'cause I can't take it no more. Shackles on my feet so I can dance. I just wanna praise you. I just wanna praise you. You broke the chain, now I get in my hands. And I'm gonna praise you. I'm gonna praise you. Through the fire and the rain, down in every kind of way. The gun is broken every
Go on, Aisha. Find that voice.
The shackles on my feet so I can dance. I just wanna praise you. I just wanna praise you. Roll the chains, now I get in my hands. And I'm gonna praise you. I'm gonna praise you. Shackles on my feet so I can dance. I just wanna praise you. I just wanna praise you. Roll the chains, now I get in my hands. And I'm gonna praise you. I'm gonna praise you. Yeah.
That is probably one of the hardest songs to cover and cover well. You guys absolutely nailed it. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
You have really strong solo singers. And what's your name, young lady?
Aisha.
Aisha, you just reminded me of Mary J. Blige, Aisha. You've got an outstanding voice, and you've got good voices in there, and you've got great dance energy, and there's a real unity. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was a really slick performance, and you had the right balance between the choreography and the singing. It didn't affect... It was very entertaining to watch the choreography, but it didn't affect the vocals. Your solo part was incredible.
Thank you.
Like, ridiculous. How old are you?
Oh, wait, 15. 16.
16. That's scary. That was really... It was a brilliant performance. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Your voice held out, did it?
Yeah.
Yay! Compared to Mary J. Blige. High praise indeed. What do you think about that?
Amazing.
Oh, you're so croaky.
Yeah.
My goodness, if that's you on a bad day, wow.
She really was a young Mary, that voice.
She really sounds like Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
I'm gonna praise you. Yeah.
Next up we have Encore, and they're from Harrogate. I was in 2 minds about these guys, but I thought I want to put them through just to be sure, because I see some potential in them. See what you guys think.
So what are you going to think about just before you do this performance? Is there anything you're worrying about, or any bits that you think, oh no, that might go wrong, or is it all...
I'm sure we're all a bit nervous, but we're just going to enjoy it and have fun and do the best we can.
Yeah, that sounds like a very good idea. volume, haven't they, when they go for it?
In the shadow is in me, you see, 'cause all that's left is you and I. And I'm picking up the pieces she left behind.
What did you think?
Yeah, and they did really, really well. I mean, we've rehearsed it over and over and over again. I hope not too much so that they're not bored of it, but yeah, they did quite well.
I really enjoyed your performance, and I'm challenged by it as well, because it feels to me that you are a dancing school who do some singing. I think if you do get through to the next round, we've got to hear more vocals.
Okay.
Having half of you singing and half of you dancing for the first 2/3 of the song, it shouldn't work. But I think you might have pulled it off, because when you all come together for that final third, suddenly it's like, whoa, here's the energy, here's the attitude, here's the attack. I want to see more of that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm not disappointed that actually I brought you back. There's something about you guys. I think if you take some of the advice and pull together and put some emphasis on the vocal and work on that, I think you could really be a dark horse.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed the dynamic of having the kind of singing on the outside and the dancing in the middle at the start. And the vocals were good, but I think you need to balance the intensity of the dancing with the singing, so that it kind of matches.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of, there was so much dancing that it distracted a tiny bit from the singing. But when you were singing, it was great. So push it more and make it a lot more powerful and louder.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, they didn't squeal as they went out the door.
Oh, yeah, bless.
Was I too hard?
No.
Now, they said a few things to you about perhaps there being a bit much dancing. What did you make of those comments?
Fair. Yeah.
Definitely.
We did take a risk with the dancing because we've got a lot of it, and
Well, I guess if you're strong dancers, you want to show that off, so...
But we have a lot of strong singers as well,
Yes.
so I definitely think we can pull that through.
We could see so much more than we've seen.
Yeah, they could be
Actually, the best dancers
Yeah.
out of anybody.
Yeah, technically, yeah. There's like arabesques and beautiful ballet. and really nice
So if you
stuff.
put that together with the singing, if they work on that, it's...
Their image is good, everything about them, the way they... Yeah, they're confident. I still like them. I like them. I'm glad.
It could be one of those that are a dark horse that
Yeah.
you go, let's put them through and just see if they,
Let's see if they
if they take the
advice.
advice.
Yeah, exactly.
She left behind. Lost in the song.
Right, next up, it's Resonate. I first saw these guys in London, and they came all the way up from the Isle of Wight. They're doing a song that, well, I like, but also I like the version they've done, and there's something about them, again, very Glee-esque. I liked it. That's quite special. I like that.
It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. Yeah, yeah. And who is the one you're clinging to instead of me tonight? And where are you now? Now that I need you, tears on my pillow. Wherever you go, cry me a river that leads to your ocean. You'll never see me fall apart. In the words of the broken heart, it's just emotion taking me over. Caught up in sorrow, lost in the song. But if you don't come back to me, darling. Don't you know there's nobody left in this world to hold me tight? Don't you know there's nobody left in this world to kiss me goodnight?
Well done, firstly. That was so, the vocals were really soothing and smooth. Like, I could have sat and listened to that sound all day. very angelic. One slight criticism, I feel like there was maybe a tiny bit too much choreography, and it was a bit distracting from how beautiful the sound was. But other than that, it sounded brilliant, and that's, you know, essentially that's what it should be about, the vocals. So well done.
Thank you.
I absolutely love that song, and the good news is I still love it. So I think for you guys, from what I've seen as well, you are singers first. And I think the choreography actually prevented you from engaging and telling the story. See, and that, because you're thinking of your moves, you kind of get distracted, and that's what I would say as well. Just focus on what you're really good at and try and be minimalistic in the other areas.
You could drop all your choreography as far as I'm concerned. I felt that that compromised the beautiful faces that were there from time to time, and then you'd forget to do the face thing. You'd forget the inner life because you're so busy trying to think, am I stepping to the right, am I stepping to the left? Drop a lot of that. Keep, the vocals are beautiful. The inner life is beautiful. Those are the key elements of performance that you as a group need to bring forth.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
I didn't like that one, though.
That
Let's do it, yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, no, you got from that end.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm taking it.
You,
What's this?
you don't notice anything. You're so busy listening to singing.
Yeah.
So here's a quick reminder of the Glee clubs that performed for the judges on today's show. MAD from London. Triple Threat from Falkirk.
And watching some good friends screaming, let me out.
The Sweets from Essex.
Boy, I love you so. She said I love you, babe. Oh, 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 oh. By your side.
Encore from Harrogate.
In the shadow is the music. I'll always get by.
Flybeat from London.
I cool down when something gets in my way. I go round it. Caught up in
Resonate from the Isle of Wight.
lost in the song.
Blue Note from County Durham.
We come together every time. Don't hurt me.
And finally, Braveheart from Motherwell.
These wings are made to fly.
So, the 5 Glee clubs going through to the studio heats are The Sweets, Resonate, MAD, Braveheart, and finally, Encore.
So there you have it. The first 5 groups have made it through to the studio heats and one step closer to the live shows.